Howdy and welcome to the channel. My name is Phil. I am a hunter of peace, and today I'm playing some more Fallout New Vegas. I had so much fun during the last playthrough that I decided to do another one. This time I wanted to use explosives. I had a previous playthrough where I was using grenades, and it was painful, incredibly painful. I don't find grenades to be very reliable. The way they bounce, the timer, how they work in VATS. It was just incredibly difficult to do. So to make things easier, I decided a different kind of explosive would be needed. With that being said, grab yourself a drink and follow me through the Mojave as I show you how I beat Fallout New Vegas with only a grenade rifle. First is the name. I really couldn't think of anything clever, so I just went with Boom Boom, because I'm gonna be making things go boom. Yeah. As far as skills, I drained charisma, maxed out luck, and spread the rest of the points around. Overall, nothing special. For my tag skills, I chose explosives for the damage, medicine because explosives are dangerous, and survival to increase the amount of benefit I get from food and drink. It does come in handy with mentats and alike. For my traits, I went with skilled for the +5 to all skills, very useful, and good natured for the +5 extra points into barter, medicine, speech, and science. The -5 explosives doesn't really hurt the build at all. Now for the weapon, because I have the DLC installed, I start with the mercenary grenade rifle, one of 3 grenade rifles in the game. I could just play with this one because I have the DLC and why not? Or the other option is to take the Black Mountain skip and go get the regular grenade rifle or even the legendary grenade rifle Thump Thump from the boomers. I chose to use the mercenary grenade rifle up until the point I found out that you couldn't use it to complete Sunny Smiles' quest.
Everything all right?
Not quite knowing what to do now, I decided just to make my way to Sloan, stopping off at the graveyard to grab the snow globe and some evidence that Benny had left behind, and then make my way to the boomers and just show you where to get a regular grenade rifle and the legendary Thump Thump. At Sloan, I used my medicine skill to heal Snuffle's leg to get some easy XP, and then make my way to the Black Mountain Pass, grab the NCR armor, disarm some traps for some easy XP, dodge the boulders that want to kill me, and then once that was over, swung to Camp McCarran. Outside Camp McCarran, I grabbed the free loot off of the fiends that attacked the NCR. Then to the sacked caravan location from the last video to grab some more free loot because we're gonna need money. After discovering some locations, I hit level 2 and chose Swift Learner to offset the negative effect of picking Skilled as one of my traits. After selling all that random loot that I picked up to the gun runners, it was finally time to make my way to the boomers. Yeah, this part's fun. The shack on the road to the boomers also has something very interesting. It's the Abilene Kids BB gun. And it's pretty useful if you want to do a BB gun only run. It's the best BB gun in the game. I, on the other hand, am not a masochist, so I don't plan on ever using it. Once at the boomers, I need access to the generator room, and the only way to do that is to talk to Pearl and agree to help them with their problems. She then directs me to Raquel, who wants me to help her with the generator room, and gives me a key to enter. Once inside, take the hall to the left and find the regular grenade rifle on a boomer body that has been killed by an ant. While you're here, you can also head down the stairs and find Thump Thump to the right between 2 broken generators next to a skeleton. Now I had a choice to make. Which one do I use? The regular one? The mercenary one? Or Thump Thump? For no reason in particular, I decided to go with the mercenary grenade rifle, even though I did carry Thump Thump around with me the entire game. But at the end of the day, it's really up to you to decide which one you want to use. You can use the regular one, or you can use Thump Thump, Or if you have the DLC like me, you can use the Mercenary Grenade Rifle. At the end of the day, it's your decision. With my weapon acquired, I finished clearing out all of the ants safely, started the gens, and hit the button, completing the quest. Now that that's out of the way, I'm free to do whatever I want. So now I think it's time to do some gambling. I fast traveled to Camp McCarran, donned my disguise, and used the monorail to enter the strip, just like we did in the last playthrough. By far the easiest way. To the tops I go, but not to kill Benny. Not this time anyway. My real goal is money. This character's only motivation is nothing but money and explosives. It was then I hit level 4. And at level 4 I chose the travel light perk because maintaining distance with the people trying to kill me is going to help me out quite a bit so I don't kill myself. Explosives are dangerous. I proceeded to use my maxed out luck to gamble at the Tops Casino, the Ultra Lux, and the Gomorrah, and getting banned from all of them because I was just too good. That was a good chunk of money, but I still need quite a bit more for what I have planned. So I made my way over to Vault 21 and grabbed the snow globe, and then made my way to Hoover Dam to do the same. And with that, I think it's time to meet Mr. House. For this playthrough, we will be siding with him. Not sure why I chose to side with Mr. House. It just felt like the right call. After a brief chat with Mr. House, I snuck off to his cocktail lounge to grab the other snow globe he had hidden, and give all 4 of them to House's lady friend, Jane, for an easy 8k caps. Man, I love money. All of this money has been for one reason and one reason only. Mod ourselves like this is cyberpunk. Gonna be cool.
You're back.
So I went to Usanagi at the clinic and got her to give me the subdermal armor mod, the regeneration implant so I can be Wolverine, the perception implant, the endurance implant, the intelligence implant, the strength implant, and the charisma implant. With all of these implants, it's going to give me a great boost to all of my stats and therefore help the progression of the game quite a bit, especially with the 1 charisma I chose at the beginning. Man, I don't think I've ever had such a well spread set of skills on any character in this game. This should make this playthrough pretty easy. Now I think it's time to gain some levels. Back at Good Springs, I realized there wasn't a whole lot for me to do, so I went straight to Prim to bring back the law. Prim was not an issue. Between my weapon's damage, having almost 90 into explosives at this point, all of my implants and ammo, this was a walk in the park. If the park was covered in body parts. Saving Deputy Beagle and using my science skill to make Prim Slim the new sheriff got me to level 6, and my first rank into explosive expert. More damage, awesome. I mean, I'm already doing insane damage with these explosives, but 20% more couldn't hurt, right? I slowly made my way to the Mojave Outpost to trade and get some XP. It's not much here, but it's something. I did the typical things. Killed some ants, killed some bandits, met the Caesar's Legion, and all in all, just kind of wandering around, seeing what I can do. I was checking out an area that I'd never been before when I came across this guy. You okay, guy? Anyway, I got distracted by this firefight here and the loot, which made me forget what I was doing. So I decided just to make my way to Novak. Seemed like the right call. At Novak, I wasted no time. I barged into Manny's room, I checked my email, traded with Cliff, and chose to help Boone with his problem. To help Boone, I broke into an old lady's safe and found some rather disturbing skeletons in her closet. Who would ever suspect such a sweet old lady would be so evil? Anyway, I lured her to her death. She got what she deserved, and I got to go to level 8. And with that, the 2nd rank of Demolitions Expert. More damage, more damage, more damage. There's not much else I want to do here, so it's off to Helios One. This is not really needed, but there are three things I want from here. Mainly, number one, experience. I need more XP.
This is a restricted
Number
area.
two,
Stay
I want to test my damage out versus robots to see if that's going to be an issue. And three, solar panels. The boomers need some solar panels, and they've got some here, so while I'm here, I might as well grab them. Having points put into the science skill really makes Helios 1 incredibly easy. I reset both mainframes while grabbing solar panels on the way, use science to turn off the turrets, make things easier for myself, and use pulse rounds to make quick work of all the robots. The only problem I ran into was I didn't have enough repair to repair the generator or enough science to make the robot do it. My only hope was that I had picked something up along the way and that in my inventory would be the answer I seek. So I popped some mentats, read a how-to magazine, and hope for the best. And bam. Nice. The robot does his thing. I send the power everywhere because I'm not a monster, and then I hit the button at the top going blind for a few seconds and probably getting skin cancer. Once I regained my gift of sight, I felt that one good deed deserved a bad one, so I went to Boulder City to get a little payback. Revenge feels so good. Almost as good as money. Speaking of money, I'm itching to gamble. There's a couple other places I haven't been yet. So I made my way to Freeside and decided to do some gambling at the Atomic Wrangler. I had forgotten that you could gamble here until it just kind of clicked in my head. And setting out and gambling was a nice change of pace. What are you fellas doing? Back on the strip, I came across an unusual sight. Looks like the NCR know how to get down. Very nice, ladies. I felt like it was time to get this going, so I made my way to the tops. Gave Swank the truth about Benny. Swank gets him alone, and I take care of business. One guy in a suit took 2 rounds? Can't tell if that's a good thing or a really, really bad thing. With Benny out of the way, I spoke to Mr. House, and he invited me to his creepy basement to show me, quote unquote, something good. Yeah, this could go well.
I expect you're well familiar with my Securitrons by now. The titanium alloy housing that protects its electronic core deflects small arms and shrapnel easily enough. Its X-25 Gatling laser, produced to spec by House Inc., is deadly against soft targets at medium range. And for close-range suppression or crowd control, the Securitron is armed with a 9mm submachine gun. All of this you probably already knew. What you did not know is that these are the Securitron's secondary weapons. All this time, my Securitrons have had to get by running the Mark I operating system, which lacked software drivers for their primary weapons. Today, with the delivery of the Platinum chip, all that changes. Behold, for the first time, Securitrons running the Mark II OS. The M235 missile launcher gives the Securitron the ability to engage ground and air targets at significantly longer ranges. And a rapid-fire G-28 Griffin launcher ensures the Securitron is deadly in close-range engagements. The software upgrade also includes drivers for the Securitron's highly sophisticated on-board auto-repair systems. Altogether, the Mark II software upgrade confers a 235% increase in combat effectiveness per unit. The city of New Vegas finally has soldiers worthy of protecting it. Return to the penthouse now. We have much to...
A trip to Daddy House's basement got me to level 10, and the 3rd rank in the Demolition Experts perk. More damage. Don't really think it's needed, but couldn't hurt, right? What? Now I have to go to Caesar's creepy basement? Right. It was at this point that I remembered I was going to upgrade my armor. So I decided to look it up. That's when I discovered that you could get the upgrade to what I'm looking for pretty close to Prim in a place called the Prospector's Den. Unbeknownst to me, it's actually by the door on a dead body, and I spent like 15 minutes searching the entire cave for it. Whoops. With my newly obtained reinforced leather armor, I decided to get some XP by repairing the boomer's solar arrays with the parts that I grabbed from Helios One, and use my medicine skill to heal the sick and injured. I also decided to take a little time to listen to this kid's psychotic presentation. Wow, kid. Wow. I am gonna need the boomers' cooperation for this playthrough, so I decided to go through all of their quests and get them out of the way and raise the bomber the kid was talking about. Unfortunately, however, I took a break from recording, and when I came back I forgot to hit the record button. The only thing that really happened was I got the rebreather before leaving. The lake lurks were no real big deal. 2 or 3 shots and done. They tend to keep their distance, which helped me out greatly because I don't want them anywhere near me. The rebreather really makes this part a cakewalk. You don't have to worry about drowning. You just place your buoy here, place your buoy there, go back to the shore, push the button, and raise the war machine. With all of that complete, that makes Pearl make me a promise that I will be cashing in later. Man, I look cool. Before making my way to see Caesar, I decided to stop off at Cliffs and pick up an upgrade for my grenade rifle. The increased range and accuracy is going to be very helpful. Take me to Caesar! This pretty much went the same as last time. Tell Caesar what he wants to hear, get sent to the basement, use the power of science to render the turrets inactive, which is very helpful considering my limited amount of pulse rounds. After installing the upgrade, I leveled up and chose the Hit the Deck perk for some explosive resistance. I think it's going to be very useful. Back at the tent, I told gullible Caesar the good news and made my way back to the real world. I then returned to house to continue his tasks, and he told me about the boomers. I already have a really good rapport with them, so this should be easy. I went back to Nellis to call in that favor Pearl owes me, and make the Battle of Hoover Dam an explosive one. Went back and told House the good news, but no good deed goes unpunished. He is sending me to the Gunmera. Yay. To be honest, I tried to do this the right way, but I ended up in a room to kill 2 people, and the only thing that I was given was a .45 handgun, and that's not gonna work for me. So I went back to a previous save, raised some hell, and returned to house. He was not happy, but I really don't think I could complete that the way it was meant to with just a grenade rifle and my current skills, so off to the next task. House's next task is sending me to the Brotherhood of Steel. I was going to work with them on this one to get my foot in the door, but when the guards came out, I panicked and just decided to full send. I believe that the Brotherhood of Steel gave me the most trouble since I have started this run, but it was nothing that the sheer amount of ammo and stim packs I have couldn't solve. While there, I did level up to level 14 and chose the Adamantium Skeleton perk. With my limbs taking less damage, it should help my stim pack supply quite a bit. Which is a good thing because I keep crippling my arms and legs every time enemies get too close. And explosives are dangerous. I made my way to the security terminal where the self-destruct is, only to discover that it's 100 science to unlock. And I'm not quite there yet. So I popped me some mentats to get just enough intelligence to make my science high enough for me to hack it. Consequently, that is also how I got my first addiction of this run. Drugs are bad, okay? I set the countdown, and now the only thing left to do is run for my life. Man, I hope I don't get lost. Having survived my encounter with the Brotherhood, I decided I was going to go have more fun. And what is more fun than gambling? I went back to Prim to see if the casino was back up and running to satiate my ever-growing gambling addiction. And while I was peacefully taking all of their money, I received a gift from the casino. Reinforced leather armor? I didn't know they gave that out as a gift. That would have saved me so much trouble. But the weird thing is, they didn't actually give it to me? I wonder if that's a glitch, or was I supposed to pick it up somewhere? I'm not sure. With my pockets full of caps, I decided it was time to get back to work. So I went back to see my boss, and he wants me to save the president. This is going to be interesting because I have never actually protected President Kimball before, so I don't really know what to expect. But before that, I decided to make my way to Mick and Ralph's to do some trading, get some more ammo, and whatnot. But I'm not sure exactly what I did or how I did it, but something I did at the Omertas prompted Mick to give me a golden Pip-Boy. It's a new one for me. Cool. Fully stocked up on weapons and ammo, I made my way over to Hoover Dam. I talked to Ranger Grant, who was more accepting of my help than I would anticipate for, a random stranger coming up and saying he wants to protect the president, but okay. I really didn't know what to expect here, and I did not succeed for the first 2 attempts. First, he got killed by a sniper that I took care of on the second go-round. But then the president exploded. But it was pretty. The third time, I decided to just take care of the bomb and tell Ranger Grant immediately and hope for the best. For some reason, the sniper missed his shot and hit a guard instead, and that prompted the president to run away scared, and he flew off safely. Third time's a charm, I guess. House was pleased, but he needed more from me. He wanted me to head to the substation. At this point, I was getting tired in real life, and we were coming up on the end of the game, but I didn't want it to be over just yet. So I casually took a nice long stroll around New Vegas and slaughtered me some fiends and scoundrels and bandits, or whatever you want to call them. Namely, Cook, everyone in Vault 3 and the surrounding area. This vault was extremely easy. Just shoot, stim pack, repeat. The power of Hit the Deck, Adamantium Skeleton, combined with my high medicine skill, really proved their worth here. Moto Runner was no real threat at all. He doesn't even react when you open the door. His dogs die with the first shot, and Moto Runner goes down with the second. Time to find Violet. She is also easy. With the extended range mod that I got for the grenade rifle, her and her dogs go down before they even get close. Driver Neffy is last. Again, range is key. With all of their heads in my possession, it is time to get paid, in caps and XP. So I make my way down to Camp McCarran so I can talk to Daughtry. Pretty good caps for the effort, not that I am really hurting for caps at this point. And with that, I attain level 16. I chose to go with toughness on this one. 3 more damage resist is always good. My quest for more XP eventually led me to the Crimson Caravan. I don't really do these quests very often, but I decided if I was really that desperate, I could just get these out of the way. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. Nothing really interesting happened during these quests, so let's just go ahead and skip to the end. I made my way to the pump station, and to my surprise, they were under attack, which allowed me to just slip right in the front door and do what I needed to do. After taking out the legion that remained, I made my way back to Mr. House for some praise and to start the Battle of Hoover Dam. It was explosive and beautiful. I walked across that dam like I was unstoppable. The boomers even made an appearance, and it was absolutely spectacular. Not much left to do now. I betrayed the NCR by killing the guards. Sorry friends, nothing personal. I installed the override. I received an order of withdrawal for the NCR, turned on the east power switch, and made my way towards the one person I've been preparing for this entire playthrough. The Legate. This fight went better than I expected. This time I made sure to kill all the guys around and take their weapons from them, because other people show up and pick up their weapons and become a nuisance. So I didn't want that to be a problem this time. Then we just take all the drugs and here we go. Not bad, not bad. With the Legion gone, I gave the NCR the order to withdraw, convinced him using the power of science. Got praise from Big Daddy House himself, and beat Fallout New Vegas with only a grenade rifle. Then, for some reason, this happened at the end sequence. I think it's because I was in third person when House came up to talk to me. If I had to put this run into a couple of words, I would say explosives OP. As for my final thoughts, I believe that the grenade rifle is a great weapon. You can get it pretty easily if you take the Black Mountain skip and put forth the effort to go and get it. I think the damage is really good, the accuracy is really good, you can take out multiple people per shot, ammo is more or less plentiful if you have caps. All in all, it's an easily attainable weapon with plentiful ammo, at least in my opinion. But that is going to be it for this video. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this, and I will see you in the next one. Later.